Just a tremendous response by our team today. After a tough loss yesterday, letting a 4 or 5 run lead slip away from us in the middle of the game. I think that, it all started with, today it all started with Cody Scroggins. He just had a great game. 6 innings, 80-some pitches, threw pretty much nothing but strikes. And when he got behind, he found a way to come back. He used a lot of sliders, used a few changeups, a lot of fastballs, and kind of just pounded the bottom of the strike zone. And, super happy for him. But he gave us what we needed as a team, was a good start and some confidence. And obviously the big swing was by Martin in the second inning. He didn't have a good first at bat in the first inning, and guys at the end of the order worked a couple of counts, got on base, and Martin got up with 2 outs, and I think he got to a full count. The lefty tried to slip a fastball by him after throwing a lot of off speed, and he didn't get it by him, and he hit it about as hard as you can hit it, and gave us a pretty good lead right there. So pitching staff was outstanding today.
Jody was talking the other day about facing Louisiana Tech again. That was a team that he,
Heard him.
Tommy John.
Yep.
Sometimes I guess you can get a little overzealous in that situation. What do you think about the way that he controlled his emotions?
Yeah, I thought his emotions were great. I mean, his demeanor on the mound's been good, even with runners on base, and he didn't have a lot of them today. I mean, there were not a lot of stressful pitches thrown from him today in the big picture. I mean, he had a 3-0 count he came back from. Really, I don't even know if anybody was in scoring position on him, maybe one time. So I just like his mound presence, and he can really feel his position as well, obviously being a former shortstop. So, again, just really happy for him. His development is continuing to obviously get better, and he seems like he's making a jump, and he wants to stick in that rotation, and he deserves it.
What do you think about the change in your hitter's approach?
Well, yesterday you got a little crazy with the wind, and today was more, I don't know. Mentally, I just think we just did a better job. We saw a lot of pitches like we did the first ball game. We weren't swinging at stuff when it wasn't there. Basically, wasn't a good pitch to hit. Today was a lot better of getting their pitch to hit, our pitch to hit, and maybe getting in a little better hitter counts. But obviously, the result was good. We ended up scoring 11 runs, and we earned most of them.
Hey, what do you think was working for Scroggins today? Why was he so effective?
Well, his fastball and his slider, and a lot of times his slider is his go-to pitch when he's behind, because he just seems to be able to throw it for a strike when he wants to. He kind of almost like has a strikeout slider pitch and a get-me-over slider pitch. He just has a good feel for it. But today, the fastball, he was locating it in and out all over the place, and he could pretty much throw it where he wanted it, and it was really good to see.
You think Goodhart's pinch hit at bat there might get him going?
I hope so, because after he circled the bases, he went downstairs and threw up because he's sick. I found out he got sick in about the third inning, and we heard him down there. We're like, what's going on? So I think he might have just ate something. But, I thought, talking about the DH spot, I thought Trey Harris had a good day, just missed 3 pitches. The first one he jumped on pretty good, and if he'd hit it yesterday, he went halfway over the picnic tables, with that win. But he had some good at-bats, and then Goodhart came in and didn't mess around, got him a knee-high fastball and drove it right back through the middle. So, the game's pretty mental. It's a mental, you got to think you're good, you got to think you can do it, and hopefully that'll help him.
You got midweek series now. What do you know about those guys? What's the pitching plan?
Yeah, I don't know a whole lot about them, to be honest with you. But I would tell you as of right now that we'll throw Wicklander a little bit. He'll start on Tuesday, and we'll just see how it goes. How many innings is he going to go? Just see how he pitches and how we're playing and what the score is. Don't know who we're going to throw on Wednesday, obviously, but we'll just try to win on Tuesday and go from there.
You heard about more rain. Any thought of maybe changing the time?
I don't know. We'll just have to look at it tomorrow. The weather's been jumping around so much. See what the times are. If they're saying it's going to rain later on Wednesday, then we'll probably move the game up. They'll get here tomorrow night sometime. So we'll talk to them about that in the morning, wherever they are. And I haven't looked past. I haven't really looked at the weather since Friday, especially after yesterday. I didn't look at it last night. I was just too concerned about today.
Who are some of the other guys you might want to throw Tuesday?
I don't know. Got to see Elijah Trestro for the first time today. That wasn't bad. Might see him go again, maybe not necessarily Tuesday, but maybe a little Wednesday. And Evan Taylor, he could throw a little bit again. Some of the young guys. Kostichak, we had him ready to go, and then we scored 6 runs. We wanted to get him 1 inning today of work anyway, and he'll probably want to throw 1 inning before the weekend. And there's a couple other guys I'm sure that we'll need to get in. But as far as extending anybody, I really don't see giving anybody the ball and say, hey, give us 7 innings. It's going to be a little bit of everybody.
It was 1-0, and then Martin had a 3-2 pitch. He'd gotten out ahead of a couple of them, and then he timed it up. Well, what did you see that he did on that swing?
I think he just got a really good pitch to hit. It looked like the pitcher tried to bust him in and fool him because he'd thrown him a couple changeups, maybe the previous 2 pitches, and maybe one was a ball and one he fouled off or whatever the situation was. But it went full, and I can see what he was thinking, that throwing him a lot off speed. I'm gonna beat him in, and he's been able to command the fastball to his glove side, which is into the right-handers, and that was our scouting report on him. And I think he tried to get it there, and he didn't get it there, and it was about belt high. And I just feel like that Martin recognized it, and obviously hit the ball about as hard as you can hit it.
I've seen a run of home games here. How do you feel about how you're playing, and going into another? You're playing a lot of games here. Bang, bang, bang.
Well, I'd say, I see us getting better, and we took a little step back in the middle of the game yesterday, but for the most part, we've played pretty solid baseball. Today was pretty good defense, except for the left fielder dropping a ball there in the 9th. Base running's been pretty good, except for two plays that I could talk about that were on Friday, but we did win the game. And we still have a long way to go. We're still figuring things out, like I'm sure most teams are, unless they have a lot of veterans back. Roles for people and who can hit what, and we're still learning all the time. That's the thing about this game. It'll kind of show you as a coach what you need to do a lot of times, and that's usually what we do. The game it usually doesn't lie too much.